I just want to piggyback off what you just said about rape and sexual assault. What is your take on that? Because that's something that just irks me. There's a lot of that going on there. What do you think should be done? What is your take on it? I don't want to put words in your mouth.
You see, there is no society that is free of things like this.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you that in my time, it wasn't as prolific as it is today. At least, I don't know if it is because of the era of social media that we're getting to know more and more of these things.
Okay.
I know that social media has a part to, because then there is much more awareness.
Yes.
But it is ridiculous. Our kids, especially our girls, can no longer go to school in a university without the incidences of rape, without lecturers, abusing them sexually. Without all these things happening. It's happening not just in Nigeria, but all over the entire country. In my time, if a lecturer even chased, a student at that time, it was very much frowned upon. And if a lecturer made a mistake of chasing you, and of course you don't like that lecturer, you can just slap him and there's nothing he can do about it. It happened to me. Because it was something that the university frowned on, the students frowned on. So it wasn't something that you could just easily do to students like it's happening, like we're learning today. It is, and we have as a nation, we have the obligation to stop it. Not just through the making of laws and upholding those laws. Our legal society has to make sure that the penalties are really enforced. But then in a nation that's so much corruption going on, a lot is woven into so much. Everybody is struggling with corruption. So it's difficult to uphold the laws, but we've got to do it. Nobody is going to come and do it for us. We have to do it ourselves. Where is our moral compass? Where is the moral compass that I grew up with? When your parents will count your, underwear, will count everything they give you to go to school. If you come home with anything more, you will better sit down in a meeting from Monday evening to the next morning to explain where you got it from.
Right.
Where is that moral compass?
Right.
Everything is now money. The politicians are not showing any good example because they are the highest paid and they have fantastic benefits and salaries and fantastic cars in the midst of so much poverty. In a nation whereby we don't have any kind of, health care to talk about, where my poor neighbor or my poor brothers and sisters can go and get good health care, where we as artists, today we're sick. If you're in Nigeria, you have to go on air, regardless of your contributions to our nation. You have to go on air and beg so that people can help you. Kind people can come and help you hone your health.
Yeah.
That is a nation where we are taking out so much of our money to Oyibo lands to take care of Oyibo children, whereas our children are suffering. They are in the streets in Kano, walking and hawking and begging, and we cannot educate them to be some. Can you imagine how many engineers, how many Aliko Dangotes, how many Sanusis, how many, what's this guy's name now that, is so fantastic in car designs and so on in Sokoto? How many of those children, brilliant kids, are not given an opportunity in life and an opportunity to affect our nation? Because we have refused to educate them. We have decided that we're going to take all this money and all this wealth, embezzle it, the Zionis and all these other people, and take it to Igbo land, people who raped us right from time immemorial with slavery and everything, and still take the money to them where they are giving their children scholarships and making sure their lives are fantastic. If you go to Switzerland, all those Swiss accounts that we lose, it's going to Swiss children. Meanwhile, our children in Kano, in Sokoto, in Benue, in Lagos, in Cross River, in Calabar, in Rivers, in Enugu, all they are there without proper health care, without proper education.
Right. Yeah.
All these are all monies that we could use to develop ourselves and develop our land and make sure that we get a little bit of respect in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are all trooping to Dubai today. Meanwhile, Dubai, some years ago, were trooping to Nigeria to get healthcare, to get something good. But today it's incomparable. It's incomparable.
Yeah, I can see that this is something you're very passionate about. And it's good to hear
I
you
have a
talk
whole
about
production dealing with this. I just haven't had the opportunity to bring it. It's something that it kills me.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to myself, where are we? You know, we always say, oh, everybody's complaining. Would they treat Nigerians terribly abroad, you know, anywhere we go? Yes, you know, we might have a lot of criminal elements doing a lot of things, but there are lots of Nigerians doing good things too. And so they are in, you know, they are, yes, they treat us, but why wouldn't they treat us, but we treat each other bad? Why do you think I will respect you if you don't respect yourself? So you go to the nation, the roads are terrible. And we have so much money. Gowon once said that the problem with us is not money, but what to do with it. We have bad roads. We don't have health care. That's why I think it's the governor of Cross River, or yes, I believe, who built homes for the poor people. I was jubilating here.
Wow.
I think it's the governor. I will respect that man. I think it's the Cross River, yes, one of those southern governors I know actually built homes for the IDP people in his community that were in IDP, beautiful, nice homes, and put them in, and he's going to continue. Now, that is what we should be doing.
That's what we should be doing. That's
now you go to a place like Abuja. On my way to my house, there are so many empty homes. Empty homes.
Oh, yes, in Abuja, right?
Not only Abuja, here it's the rest of the country too. Lots of beautiful homes empty.
Empty, but they've been built.
Who's living in them?
Yes,
right.
Yes, I heard that. I saw it too when I went to Abuja. At least in Abuja, I saw a lot of mansions, beautiful homes, empty.
Fantastic homes.
Yes.
All empty. If you go to, is it Gwarimpa? What is that estate that Abacha built in Abuja? More than half of them are still empty since he built them. Because people can't go there. But go to the satellite towns and see families, how they live. You see somebody who has a master's in architecture struggling to pay his rent every year.
This is so
you see graduates struggling to pay rent. You see families struggling to pay rent in very dingy places. And all these homes are empty. We can't even take care of our own people. So why do you think anybody is going to respect us in the world?
Good question. That is the big question.
We have to do better by each other. We have to do better by our people. And we need proper leadership to make sure that happens.
So how should people need to vote right?
You know, thank God for social media. Because now people are coming up with videos to really educate our people.
That's important.
When election time comes, they give you a bag of rice or half a bag of rice or some little change, and then you vote for the person. How do you think, where did they get money for all that rice? It's your money, it's my money. They give you the little and then you go vote for them. And then when they get there, they don't give a hoot what happens to you. because they don't care about the hospitals. They don't care about making sure they create jobs.
Yeah.
One senator's salary and benefits can build a fantastic, in 1 year, can build a fantastic factory whereby you can employ at least 1,000 people. You're creating jobs. When you create jobs, you're making families stand, and you're making families able to take care of their children and their loved ones. And it's a better society. It's less crime.
Yes, yeah.
But when there is no hope, you see, everything rolls around and rolls, into one another. Right. When you think you can chop all the money and you're not investing in your community, you're buying all the 10 million cars that will be riding the potholes of Abuja. How do you think you're going to be safe?
Because it's true.
Because the schools are not being
back.
protected.
Yeah, it comes back on you.
It comes back on all of us. You think you have it all today? Tomorrow, you don't know what's going to happen. Right. What about generations to come?
Right. That is...
Sometimes it feels to me as if we don't even think. We're not thinking.
Clearly, there's no thinking. Clearly, there's no thinking.
So for our people, I say to them, do not vote because they gave you one little bag of rice. I will feed you for 1 or 2 days today or 1 week. Yeah. Look at the person coming to you and let them see, what do you want to do for the people? Look at their real manifestos. Right. And then vote your conscience. And when you we need to also be much more involved in the political process and holding our politicians to account.
Yeah, holding them accountable. Wow.
We have to. They have to be accountable to us. Yeah. Because if you made certain promises before and then we voted you into office,
and then you now
exactly you renege on those promises. That you don't hold. We need to hold their feet to the fire. How many of our senators or assembly people hold town halls? Town hall meetings. Do they? Once they are in the office, that's it. They're just about their allowances, their salaries and their cars and all that.
It's really sad. It's really sad. But we need more awareness. We need more people like you talking, and creating that. And like you said, social media is starting to show these ills.
Yes, social media. Yes. Much as we criticize it and all the ills in social media, I'm thankful for it because it exposes it.
It's shining light.
And educates and enlightens people. Yes. And the thing is that even if you don't know, you can research.
Yes.
There's a ton of fantastic information out there in the age of internet and all of this that you can actually go and find proper information. Even in our educational system, our history wasn't really taught. You and I went to school. How much of your history did you know? In terms of concrete, yes, we talked about slave trade and all of that, but we never realized the implementation of slave trade and what happened to our people.
Right.
So there's so much out there that we're learning, even now, about ourselves, about our history, about what happened to us as a people, as Black people, and we need to teach these things in school.
We do.
So that we can hone this hatred, tribalism, and all of that, because we've got to bind together as a people.
You know what, Auntie? I'm going to have you, because I can tell you are impassioned about this and you want to talk some more about it. So
these things bother me so much. Today we have the Chinese colonization of Africa.
That
is there. What is going on with our
my God.
Where's our head?
That is so sad. That is so
Where is our head? Everybody looks out for themselves except us.
That is
as
so
a people.
That is so sad.
As the Black race, we're not looking out for ourselves. We need to look out for ourselves because nobody is going to do it. Don't we know our history?
Yeah, that's the problem. Just to piggyback off something you said, within the entertainment section, because you had mentioned that healthcare is not being provided and actors and actresses have to actually, a recent development, because I want to, I need to be able to acknowledge that, is for the artists right now, a new, they have healthcare now. The
thank
yeah,
God. Thank you. That
yeah,
is one of the best things you've
yes,
said to me.
yes. So I needed to, put that out there so that's the latest thing right now. A committee of people in the Actors Guild have now gotten health care for its members, and even I think non-members, okay, that are
So
not
I'm
guild.
saying to be amazing, because this is information I'm so happy about. Are you saying to me that when an artist is sick, they'll be able to take care of all?
Yes, they
can stop doing all the
they've
GoFundMe.
partnered with they've partnered with certain hospitals that are able to work with them, so they have an insurance card as you belong to the guild, and I think it even extends to those not in the guild, as long as you're in entertainment. Again,
Okay.
that I do know. Okay, I don't know the intricacies and all that, but at least a step has been made in the right direction, so hopefully that makes you
So
good.
for somebody like Dan Emeni, who was a fantastic writer, who's I think 3 of his scripts, 3 or 4, I produced and directed. He wrote for Behind the Clouds. He even wrote for Kokra John, who is very ill today. So the Actors Guild will be able to help. It was Bio in Behind the Clouds, if you remember.
Of course, I know. I
So,
know.
so he can get proper health care.
Again, I don't know what if he's part. I just know that that's the news right now. It's something that is so new.
I pray it works.
It was just in the today's
it's
what?
so
Today's,
needed.
yeah, it
There's
was just in
somebody
the
like Sadiq Daba who's gone through 10 million things.
yes.
On
Just this last week, they brought it into fruition. So again, yeah, just this last week. So let's see how, as it moves forward, because again, we have national treasures like yourself, like Dan Ameni, Sadiq Daba, and there's so many others there, because we should be able to celebrate those who have brought the country glory. And yeah, there are people like you.
Oh, don't even let me go there. Maybe NTA can just pay my retirement.
Aye. Okay, so let me, on the lighter side, maybe lighter, what is for people trying to come into the industry, because I know your experience was very challenging, and some people would have just they would have, because I do know even now, but it's not as bad because people see that there's some kind of remuneration coming from acting, but even then in some homes you're still seeing that, especially when you're a girl, like you're a wayward person, you know what I mean?
That was stopped prostitute.
The word prostitute.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's better today.
It is better. It is
Yes,
better. But for those coming up, what is your advice? What is your advice for young girls?
What I always say, it doesn't matter whether it's acting or whatever it is you want to do in life. If it is your passion and you really like it, that's what you need to do. That's all that matters. Because those of us who did Cockroach, we did it for free. We weren't paid, and all that. There are no royalties. I did The Brave One in 2006. Even yesterday, they sent me a check. It wasn't much, but it was royalty.
It's something. It's your blood and sweat.
We have to really do something about royalties because that's our career. So my advice to anyone who is going to come into our profession is this. If it is something you really, truly like, it will be against everything else, against all odds. It's your passion, it's your love. You might not even be paid for it. Like I wasn't paid for nothing. But we did it with love. And we affected lives. You see, that is the payment. That is the biggest payment anyway, other than money.
You affected lives. That is true. Yeah.
Right. And so you have to be passionate about the profession because it might not pay you like you think it will. Or maybe now that it's better, it might. But you just have passion for what it is you're doing, whatever it is that you decide to do in life, whether it's acting, writing, being a doctor, being a nurse, being a politician. If you want to be a politician, please just make sure that, people are, you are affecting people in a positive manner. So
I saw the way you said politician. I saw the way your mouth twisted.
yeah, well, that's not a career really. So we know what our politicians are doing now, and what they've been doing all these years. So it's not a profession you really want to go to, but hopefully a new crop will come up where they really mean to do something positive for the people, for our children.
Right.
And not just line their pockets, like that governor, is it the Cross River governor? I can't remember, but it's one of the southern governors. I can't remember which, Akpa Ibom or Cross River, one of those governors that built homes for the.
Oh,
for,
yeah, you
for,
said,
yeah, I was so, look, all of a sudden hope in my nation came back.
Yeah. We've got a long way to go, but hopefully that people should do right. People really need to do right. Like you
And
said,
what? Nobody is going to do it for us. We have to do it for ourselves.
Nobody's coming there to help.
First and foremost, all those empty houses in Abuja and other parts of the nation, please go and bring in families suffering in Kubwa and all those satellite towns and let them occupy the place because rats and snakes are occupying the place.
That is the height of corruption.
That is the height of
blatant.
I don't have a word for
disregard for life,
for human life, for our lives. We have such a terrible disregard for each other's lives. That is why what is happening in the nation today is the insecurity, the terrible. In the United States, these things will not happen. They have their own. We have our own problems here, but not to that extent.
Right. So I'm gonna ask you this because you did 0 Hour. How was your experience on the set? I mean, how did you notice any difference? And I mean, just tell me, is it something you think you're gonna do again? Like come into Nollywood and work in Hollywood?
I would love to. I would love to work with. Okay, the only person I knew on set was RMD first and foremost.
Okay.
Oh, RMD. I don't even want to talk about RMD because the people just make me do all kinds of terrible things. He made me bring bread for him all the way from America to.
He loves you. That's why we love you.
All the things that people make me do. Well, Mr. Ofime Rogers, he lives in Canada. He contacted me through Facebook Messenger and asked me to do this. And I felt, okay, why not? I haven't done anything in Nigeria for quite a while.
Miss you.
He convinced me to do that, and it was fun. I loved working with all the younger ones, and kind of being in the mix again to see what they're doing, and it was lovely. It was just nice, and I saw the ladies. There were more ladies now on set than in my time.
Than in your time when it was more men. Yeah.
And the director was also from Atlanta here. Okay. It was nice working with them. I was really impressed. Good. And I was very happy that I was able to take part in that. It didn't pay much, but it was just good to do it. Anything you're doing in Nigeria is not the pay you look at.
No, it's not the pay. It's just
it's never the pay you look at. Excuse me, So, but it was nice that I was back home doing something with the younger ones.
Okay, good. So
if opportunities arise again and I'm able to give it my own help, I will do it.
Yeah.
There was a program at Talita that came up that they wanted the director, I think the producer wanted me to be part of it. It was a series of about 240 episodes. We went back and forth, but the pay was such that the pay for 240 episodes could have just maybe about taken care of my bills for the month in this country. And they wanted me for about 4 months.
Ooh.
Without a break. And I said to myself,
Ooh.
I'm doing this. We've gone back and forth, but how will I pay my own,
Hello.
bills? Yeah.
That is
Let
the
me meet you
challenge.
halfway. Exactly.
That is the challenge.
So sometimes it's just that, not that I don't want to do it, it's just that it's not financially
The
feasible for me
logistics.
because I
Yes.
have bills. And you know what bills are like here
Oh,
in
yeah.
this country, every month.
Yep. It
Your
keeps coming.
mortgage is every month, your rent is every month,
Mhm.
everything is not like
Yep.
every year, like back home. So
Yeah.
if it is financially viable for me, I will go.
Yes. Well,
And
that's good.
I'll be honored to participate
Yes. Because we need you.
in
We need Zamaye. We need to see your on.
the money is
It's
gone.
never aging. It's not aging. You're
Oh,
not
look at,
aging.
I am
This is
so
just not
old.
fair. It's
Yes,
even
I am.
annoying. Like somebody told me.
Amazing. Oh,
It's even annoying.
you're making me shy. Look at all the stress in America has taken its toll now,
There's stress
And
everywhere.
in this country, you do everything by yourself and for yourself.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
there's no help, nobody assisting you.
No house girl, no
No,
driver, no
no.
gate man.
So whenever I go home, I have a very good friend who was my colleague, Isiaka Aliyu in Sokoto. And, he gives me a driver and a car each time to take me anywhere I go. I'll tell him I have no money, not one penny. I am broke. I cannot afford fuel. And he will fuel the car. No matter how long I am in Nigeria
Right.
and wherever I want to go.
Yeah.
So I just give him so much of a headache whenever I'm in town. So I have great friends like that. He even
Yeah.
named one of his daughters after me. His family is
Oh,
in it. Yeah, so we've been great friends.
right.
And when I go, I relax. I feel like a human being. Yeah, you know how it is. You
I
know
do. I
our life
do.
over there
You're
is
just
so
so
different.
laid back, and everybody you're waiting
Very
on
laid
hand
back.
and foot.
Everybody is
Oh,
around to help you.
yeah.
I don't do dishes when I'm in Nigeria because the younger ones are there doing the dishes. My younger ones are there cooking for me and serving me.
Right.
Hey, I become like a queen when I go home. So it's nice.
Yeah. It is.
I miss home a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So we
do.
need you, hopefully you get more of those, that at least can logistically and, that can fit into what will work for you. I
Yes.
miss you. It's been lovely talking to you. Oh my
Thanks.
God, you're one of the realest people I know, you know, and it's so good. It's some people don't understand that,
But
that
what else is there in life? You have to be real for
yes,
crying out loud. There is really nothing in this life of ours,
yes, yes,
apart from being who you are, and
right,
every day pray that you are able to touch somebody's life
right, right.
and make someone's day, even if it is by word of mouth or
Mhm.
by little deeds and so on.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
Yes, yes. Thank you
Mm.
so much. It's been lovely talking to you.
Thank you,
I
amazing.
would love to have you back again so we can talk some more. I know you're fired up. I know you're not happy about what's going on at home. And a
Of
lot
course.
of Nigerians in diaspora, we talk, it's true. It's
Oh,
the things we're
it's
seeing from home is
heartbreaking.
disheartening and it's scary,
It's
and
very scary.
mhm,
It's very scary. It's heartbreaking to
yeah,
see what is going on in southern Kaduna, Benue, Zamfara, Northeast, even down south with all
yeah.
the proliferation of kidnappings,
Right,
everything, Christians being killed, Muslims being killed,
right, right.
priests being killed. It's
It's
heartbreaking.
It is, it is. And hopefully, we're praying, and that things will, change. But I just want to
But
say,
we need proper leadership to lead that
yes,
nation
that we do. It
because what
starts
the
from
leader
the top.
says counts.
It starts from the top. The top
Yes,
leadership
yes.
matters. Leadership
Yes,
matters.
it matters. We
Yeah.
need the governor El Rufai to be able to speak to his people and tell them, what do you think we're doing here? We
Right.
are the same. We need words of encouragement
That we do.
to disabuse people's minds of all these negative things going on in our nation. It's too heartbreaking.
It is, Auntie. And but you know, I'm not gonna keep you. We gotta go.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been
From the
lovely.
bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you. I love you.
I
Okay.
love you all.
You are just, you're so dear to me. So
Thank
dear. So dear to me. And like I said, you know, we'll find a time for, because I'm sure when people see this, they're gonna have questions. And probably the next time you're coming back is probably gonna be live where people can ask you questions. And I know you want to get, because we do need people like you. We do. People to like bring us back to how it used to be and how it can be, you
It
know.
wasn't perfect, but it was better. And it can be better. We should be
Yes.
moving forward, not backwards.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
backwards.
So please, you know, with the COVID thing and what's going on, please be safe. Take care of
And you
yourself.
too.
Yes.
You
And
too.
I love you and blowing your kiss. Mwah.
Mm, mm. I love you more.
All right. Take care. Be blessed.
Good luck to your program and everything.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kudos.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.